What is up, guys? Adnan Plays. Please welcome back to another video, and I'm not gonna lie, this is probably my most chilled video this year, as in 2021, because my recent videos have been hell. Like, I'll explain it to you like this. So game week 17 would end on a Monday night, let's say this, and game week 19 would start less than 24 hours after game week 18. It was crazy to upload videos. There was one game week where I missed, I think it was the the game week after Boxing Day. That's the one I missed. But obviously now I have a break. Like, we have a FA Cup weekend, so it'll give me time to make Premier League content, and I'll try to release this as early as possible. But hopefully, like, my earliest possible is Thursday night. This video comes out Friday night. My game prediction comes out. Usually it's just the 2 days before the Premier League football starts, but it's kind of the weekend, so I'll have enough time to release it earlier. But let's just get straight into the video. So before we look at I always need to check the game week. Is it game week 18 we're on now? One sec, we are on we are on game week 18, but before that, let's look back at game week 17 and let's see how much we got out of 5. So I'm not gonna spoil the score right now, but I'm just gonna say we didn't get 5 out of 5, but we picked players that got the most points, so I'll just point out. So the defender I went for last week was James Justin. It was really annoying because he was probably on for a 9-pointer, let's say so, and then he gets booked and then they concede and it just went downhill. So he managed 1 point when he could have got a 9-pointer, so that was a very annoying one. But what can I say, that's FPL. Sometimes luck plays a part in it, I guess. And the midfielder I went for another red is Rafinha. It was I mean, I haven't seen this game, but Leeds, people are giving them way too much praise. Yes, they're a good team, they play good football, but they don't win a lot of games. You can't tell them, like, praise Leeds like they're gonna get European football. There's no way Leeds are getting European football. They're gonna stay up, okay, I'm gonna admit that, but no way pushing to European football. No way. Mid-table team for sure. So I mean, it's an interesting one because Spurs didn't even play that good. It's just Leeds were terrible. They made a lot of mistakes in the back, so Rafinha didn't have much to do, to be honest. That's just another red there. And the positives, the second midfielder went for last week was Kevin De Bruyne, and he managed to pick up 13-pointer. He was so close to being my captain, but I changed it for Vardy last second, and I regret that obviously, but that's still a lot of points. A goal and assist, and he was playing as a striker, so maybe that's where they need to play him if they want goals, basically. Might be. And they have Brighton next, so that's a very interesting fixture again. And the attacker I went for last week, both attackers, I mean, let's start with one of them. The first one I went for an Arsenal man. I went for Alexander Lacazette. He scored 2 goals, 16-pointer. That's what we like to see, you know what I mean? Big points. He obviously wasn't in my team last week, but obviously this week I'm going to really be pushing to get him in my squad, because if you got 16 points as a striker, I'm pretty sure I'd want you in my team. And if you play for the team that I support, I'd love that, because Aubameyang's not on fire right now, so I really want someone to replace Aubameyang. I think Lacazette's the man. The second attacker we went for last week, the third and final player, the third and final green, is Jamie Vardy, my captain. He just picked up an assist, basic points, didn't have much to do. He hasn't scored in about 3 games, so that's kind of annoying, but he still got points, still a green. But yeah, that's it, and I want to get straight into my game week 18 wants to watch. So this game looks I'm very amused for this because I can finally pick Arsenal players, but I also won't overload them. I'm just gonna say, I mean, like, I'm not saying as in I'm gonna pick like 3 Arsenal players or 2 Arsenal players. I'm just saying it as in, before Arsenal were playing terrible, I couldn't pick any players from the team that I support. It's kind of annoying, but now I really can. And I'm hoping to get my first 5 out of 5 this week. I'm really feeling my first 5 out of 5 this week, and trust me, I really am. Oh, sorry. Let's hope I don't get demonetized for that silly cough. That'd be annoying. So the defender I went for my Game Week 18 ones to watch was not a tough one. He picked up 18 points in the last game. It's Kieran Tierney, Arsenal's left back, 18-pointer. And I had him in my team. I had a defender who managed to get 18 points. My luck in FPL has been trash this year, so I'd never expect that to happen. This is the second week I've had KT, and he has produced. Third week, can he do it? Another clean sheet. Every game week I had him. The first game week I had him 6-pointer. Second, 18-pointer. Third, what? Crystal Palace have the third worst GA in the Premier League, goals and assists, basically. Goals per match in the Premier League. Crystal Palace have the worst one, third worst one. So can Arsenal keep another clean sheet? I hope so. I really hope so. Our defense have looked solid lately. I think Pablo Mara holding are brilliant. It'll be interesting when Gabriel comes back, what Arteta will say. And as we've seen, Kieran Tierney is as a proper left back. Before he was playing as a left centre back, but now he's a proper left back, and he can get forward and get those assists, maybe even get a goal like last game. No, he's not gonna score a wonder goal every game, but he could get assists every game. He really could. His positioning is always high. It's just if the forwards produce for him. So I've gone for Kieran Tierney. I think it's a very big FPL shout, only at 5.4 million or something like that. Big shout. Switch Chilwell to Tierney. That's a big yes. That's what I did, basically. And the midfielder I've won for is someone you cannot ignore. He managed to pick up 13-pointer, and City look great now. It's KDB. I just think City are really back. I know they haven't solved their striker problem yet, but they look like they're scoring more goals. And against a poor Brighton team at home, I think this could be a drastic score, maybe like 5-4-0 really. I think you should go for a triple City in this game, but I don't want to put a City defender in here because sometimes City have shocks like against West Brom, but I don't think there will be a shock here, but I'm just not testing my chances, to be honest. But I obviously gone for the KDB, City star man. Obviously, will he get another starter striker? I would like to see him as a striker. Maybe City fans not, but it's only because I have in my FPL team. I want to see him get goals and assists, but maybe City fans think he's more important as a cam. I'm not really sure, to be honest, but I guess if it's working, play him striker every game until January. It's already January, until they manage to get a move for a striker. I say, obviously Haaland is the one that they'd want to get, but they said they weren't going to spend much money, so I think they should go for someone cheaper. Maybe I'd say they go for Lautaro Martinez, but does he want to leave Inter? Obviously Inter are in the Champions League, but they're on their way to their first Serie A title. They could be. It's like the Milan and Juventus are kind of catching up behind them. Does he want to go to City? I don't really know, to be honest. But it's all up to the board. And I think I want a striker to come to City because I really help Kevin De Bruyne, and I'll be able to pick him a lot of times because I enjoy watching Kevin De Bruyne. I have him in my team, and I hope he gets to green now. And the third midfielder I've gone for, probably the best player in the Premier League right now, is Bruno Fernandes. When I watch him, it's just I don't know, it's just weird. He doesn't have something special about him, but he always manages to get goals and assists, and he always manages to get these fantastic passes. It's just amazing. I love watching him because, United fans must be so lucky to have someone like that in your team. Even though you're playing terrible, somehow he's going to get the ball and play like a key pass along the field and you get a goal. That can happen. Obviously, he doesn't have the best record against the Big Six, but they aren't playing the Big Six this week. They're playing Burnley. Burnley have scored the least goals this season in the Premier League, and I think that Bruno Fernandes will get a goal and assist, and they'll keep a clean sheet, United, and then he'll get the bonus points, and I think this could be a 10-pointers. I think he'll get only an assist here, to be honest. I don't think he will score. I think that I'm not gonna spoil who's gonna score, but yeah. And then who do I think will score? It's the next one. The first striker I picked, another United player. I've gone for Anthony Martial, and he looks like he's back. I know people love trolling him, but he is getting them FPL points, and against a Burnley side, I think he really could score. And as I said, I don't think Bruno Fernandes will score. I think Martial is gonna do the damage. He obviously scored against Aston Villa last week, and I think his form is gonna continue. Burnley aren't a very good side, and I think he will score. I think this could be like I don't think United will smash them. I think it'll be like a 2-0 United win. Just Anthony Martial double, or like Rashford goal, Martial goal. I think it'll be Rashford and Martial running the show mainly. And Bruno Fernandes will get one assist, just like a wonder pass over to Rashford or something like that. You know what I mean? Obviously, I'm not jumping onto the Martial train as of yet, because obviously we know Martial is a class player. He's a very class player. Even though you're a rival fan, you love trolling him, you have to admit Martial has some class in him. But he isn't consistent, basically. Like example, Nicolas Pepe also, we know he's a very talented player, but he's not producing right now. That's what I mean by it. Martial is producing right now, but I'm not gonna jump on the Martial train as of yet. But I'm still think he's gonna score this week, but I wouldn't jump on him as of yet. But if you're using your free hit this week, go for Anthony Martial. And the last striker I've gone for is this should be a pretty obvious one. It's an Arsenal man, Arsenal's number 9, Alexander Lacazette. I really think that this is a big FPL shout. You should jump on the Lacazette train, and I really have. He scored 5 goals in his last 4 games. That is a big stat. And to be honest, Lacazette hasn't been bad all season. It's just he started the season 3-3 against West Ham, Fulham, and Liverpool, and then also went on the bad run. He started getting substituted. And then when Arsenal started being good again, he played and he got the goals. It's basically, if Arsenal play well, Lacazette will score goals. And also on form right now, they smashed West Brom 4-0 in the last game, and now they're playing Crystal Palace. And Crystal Palace are really poor form. They lost 7-0 to Liverpool, 3-0 to Villa. They lost. Actually, they did manage to get a draw against Spurs, but Spurs usually just score a goal and sit back, and Arsenal won't do like that at all. Arteta has learned his lesson. Against West Brom was beautiful because he scored and they kept on attacking them. And I think if they do that against Crystal Palace, this could be a bad game for Crystal Palace. 3-0 Arsenal, something like that. Lacazette could get goals. I hope Aubameyang gets on the goals, but obviously he's not on the list. And yeah, that's the end of my video. I hope I get all 5 right. That'd be very cool. Our first all greens this year, and since I made this series once to watch, that'd be amazing, wouldn't it? But yeah, hopefully this video comes out maybe Thursday night. I mean, not hopefully, it doesn't really matter when it comes out. It could come out Thursday night, it could come out Sunday night. And yeah, basically the game week prediction video just comes out a day after it. So when this video is up, the game week prediction video will come out the next day, basically. So yeah, so that's the end of my video. If you guys enjoyed it, please hit that subscribe button. And we hit 100 subscribers, so that was pretty cool. So thanks guys for 100 subscribers, but let's try to get 150. So if you haven't subscribed, subscribe. And yeah, Adnan Plays from Predicts out.